Hello, everyone, and welcome to TPC Football. Divisional playoffs, Chiefs, Browns, right here, right now. My name's Meter, and I'm joined in the booth today by none other than Colbus 1984. How's it going today, Colby?
Brother, couldn't be more stoked, couldn't be more excited for some more TPCFL action, our last game of the divisional playoffs.
And man, is it an exciting one. We're watching Iceman and the Chiefs, 16-0, perfect regular season, taking on the Cleveland Browns, headed up by Hogs Nogs, 9-7, the first over 500 year for the Browns in franchise history in 6 seasons. This is sure to be a great game.
Absolutely, Meter. You know, you look at this on paper and you think that maybe the Browns are, underwhelming here, but never say never when it comes to the TPCFL.
That is a very, very good way to look at this one here today. Shout out to Langel, Slangel in the chat. Both of them dropping some hosts as well as Shane's Gaming, Colby, Commando, Slippy. Thank you guys. There's a poll up right now for another minute. Go ahead and vote. Who do you think is going to come out on top here today in this great game? The Browns starting with the ball. A beautiful spin move here on the second down. 2nd and 8, falling forward and picking up 8. And there's a first down for the Browns.
Looking good so far.
Now, Chiefs, of course, coming into this one the favorite.
Oh, hands down. You can't not, go against a 16-0 team, just like you can never vote against the Patriots. But the thing is, you also got to remember that underdogs historically seem to get it done.
Hit while throwing this one. Falls short harmlessly to the field. Batgirl saying Chiefs. She believes the Chiefs are going to win this one, and that's a pretty good bet.
She's also a Packers fan, Meter.
And you must be the biggest fan of the Bears outside of America.
Well, here in Canada, we don't have many NFL teams. In fact, we don't have any NFL teams. So, you go with the most Canadian team, and I believe climate-wise, you got to go with Chicago.
Fair enough. Dropping back, here's Mayfield thrown over the middle. This one's caught and falling forward to the 43-yard line. There's a big first down and 22 yards.
Also, I just want to bring it up quickly here. Big shout out to my good friend Dino911 getting his season tickets. Welcome, my friend, and enjoy those tickets.
Absolutely. Handoff getting out to the left side, picking up 2 yards. 2nd and 8 now.
Looking good. I'm really enjoying Cleveland's offense here. That's one thing that Cleveland doesn't have a lack of. Usually it's their offense, as long as they can stay on track and really be methodical about it. But again, you look across the field and you see the juggernaut that is Kansas City.
Absolutely. Going to be very hard to pick up a lot of yards against these guys as they run into another brick wall. 0 yards gained on that one still. 3rd and 8 on the 40-yard line. Cleveland looking for a big conversion here to move those chains and keep this drive alive.
And that's just it. It's the 3rd down conversion. Who's going to win that battle today, Meter?
2 to the left, 1 to the right. The snap from the shotgun, dropping back to the 50, trying to throw and hit while throwing. Holds onto the ball and goes down at the 50-yard line. That's a loss of 9 on the sack.
Baker Mayfield was hit hard there.
And that's going to force the punt and a 4th and 17 situation from midfield.
Looking for a good punt here to give some, to definitely back Kansas City into a corner, hopefully.
The 11-year veteran punts this one to the 4-yard line out of bounds, and it took him about half of the quarter to move the ball the way they did. Very good movement until they hit the brick wall on a couple of run plays. But they definitely have pinned Kansas City back, and we'll see how they handle the ball here on offense for the first time tonight.
Absolutely. Cleveland's going to have to play some outstanding defense today to stop this crazy Kansas City offense.
Handoff, run up the middle, knocked down immediately. A pick up at 2. They'll spot the ball on the 5. 2nd and 8. Now,
And again,
go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna say Patrick Mahomes has been a beast this season. So the definitely the key for Cleveland today is somehow shutting him down.
The poll results are in for the beginning of the game. 75% say the Browns, 25% say the Chiefs. We'll see how that changes as the game progresses here. Throw over the middle. This one's caught, and there's a first down, moving the ball to the 15 on a 10-yard pass.
Kansas City seems a little bit relaxed here. It's probably because they're so far back in their own zone right now. They're kind of just chipping away, not getting those big yards like we're normally used to seeing Kansas do.
One out wide on either side. Offensive line strong and even on either side from the pistol right now. Mahomes takes the snap, drops back behind the 10, coming in fast is the defense. Gets the throw away to the left side. This one's caught, and he's immediately taken down on the short gain of 2. 2nd and 8. That blitz almost caught him off guard.
I am liking the aggressiveness that we're seeing from Cleveland here. They're pretty aggressive defense so far. They do have to be careful, though, as they get further out of Kansas City's zone. They're definitely going to start airing out that ball.
One takes off to the left side. Offensive line very, very strong off to the right. Mahomes in the shotgun with a man just to his left, calling out to the left side. The snap, dropping back to the 10, dropping back further, hit while trying to throw, holds onto the ball and goes down. There's a sack. Paulson comes in big, a 7-yard loss on Kansas City.
Very nice play there. Great defense so far by Cleveland.
Good on Mahomes to hold on to the ball. No grounding, no fumble, but now a 3rd and 16 backed up to the 9. This is a big play right here.
Absolutely, Meter.
The snap here, dropping back, standing on the edge of the end zone, in the end zone, rolling out to the left side. He's taken off, throwing while running, and this one caught out of bounds, incomplete. He saw his man, just wasn't able to make it in time before he stepped out.
You got to think he wish he had that one back a little bit.
4th and 16. This one's going to be punted away. Punting way, way back. It's going to be returnable. There's the 30. There's the 40, the 45, and a spin, and falling forward to the 47. Great field positioning for Cleveland, just about where they gave up the ball last time.
Pretty much, Peter. It's a little bit behind that 50-yard line. Nothing wrong with that return at all.
Both guys taking just about 3 minutes off the clock with their drives. Both drives failing, but now the Browns with a pass out to the right side. This one's caught, pushing through a guy and falling out of bounds at the 47-yard line, the opposite side of the field.
Nice little game there.
2nd and 3, and if I was a betting man, I would say whoever is able to control those short gains, those 5 or less yard gains, and move the ball incrementally down the field is the one who's going to win here today. I don't see it coming down to big, giant plays.
Ooh.
Pass over the middle, caught and brought forward, and as I say that, a 19-yard pickup, and the ball moved to the 28-yard line.
Now, it could be a cause of the weather here today, Meter. Both players may be playing a little bit more conservative than they normally do because the snow is a factor.
That's a very good observation there. Everybody here in their woolen caps, yet most of them still in T-shirts, interestingly enough.
Football fans are crazy, Meter. They don't care.
Especially here in Kansas City, and Langell making the call out in chat that I was just about to make. Outstanding observation. Johnsy in the house. The former champ is here.
Former. Maybe some other words to be had there.
Maybe indeed. 1st and 10 now from the 28. One out wide on either side. Shift from the defense. The snap. Handoff getting up the left side and taken down quickly. Just past the 28-yard line. That's a loss of 2. And the ball down now on the 29th.
I will say this about the Kansas City defense so far. They have stuffed the run game for the most part from Cleveland.
They have indeed. This is very reminiscent of the Cowboys last night. They got stuffed early on the run game, but their passing game made up for it. And then we all know what happened in the 4th when the game just opened up wide. Throw over the middle, wide open. Wow. This one's caught, bringing it down to the 10. 4 guys there. He doesn't fall, and they whistle it dead on his feet. 23 yards.
That's a massive, massive target to not be covering.
Absolutely wide open down the middle. Easy throw, and that moves them deep in the red zone. In fact, they're in the red hot zone. The 7-yard line. Next stop, 6 points. Handoff rushing to the outside, trying to get to the right and taken down at the 6. Small pickup of 1.
It's a pickup. I mean, that's the main thing. He's within striking range. Even if he doesn't get a major here, you got to think at 3 points, it looks pretty good on the board right now.
When you total up all of Chubb's rushes here today, he's got 4 and a total of 0 yards. Shift from the defense, pinching in tight, the snap, looking downfield, rolling out to the right, throwing on the run back over to the left, off the helmet, caught by the offense and dropped as he's hit.
Wow.
Mayfield with his first incompletion of the night, and what a weird one it was.
That was very strange. That was anybody's ball there. At one point, he went straight across the field to somebody on the opposite end from where he was standing. It was almost a Shane-esque play.
And from the shotgun snap, fake throw to the right, rolling out to the left, looking downfield, nobody's open, trying to get the ball away and sacked well behind the line at the 9-yard line.
There was somebody just open. It looks like Baker was just about ready to throw, but he just wasn't set and paid the price.
So hard to get pass plays off, to get run plays off when the entire defense is within 10 yards of you. The 3-point conversion is good there.
Take it. It's points.
And Cleveland takes the early lead, living up to what the fans believe will happen here today. And I don't know if that 75% to 25% was wishful thinking, people rooting for the underdog.
Everyone loves an underdog meter.
Or if they know something I don't know. Kansas City getting their second attempt with the ball here as it's booted well through the end zone, and we'll see this drive begin as so many have before in the 25-yard line.
I mean, the beauty of this is you have two teams that are cold weather teams, so really the weather should not be a factor for either one of these teams. I think it's just a matter of maybe confidence.
That's a good observation again. Handoff now running out to the left side and picking up 3 yards.
Definitely probably going to see a little bit more aggression from KC here.
Now, Kansas City, in the past 5 seasons, their best season was 2-5, and both times they were 500 exactly. This year, 16-0. What a turnaround by picking up the head coach, Iceman Illist.
You know, he definitely came in and made this team his own and really, really has run away with it this season.
Lateral out to the right side. Taken down behind the line. That's a loss at 2. Both of these teams struggling to get their run game going, as we've seen a lot of times here in the TPCFL, but especially so far here in postseason.
Again, I don't know if Iceman is just kind of is being a little bit more conservative today because of the snow, or maybe he just thinks that Cleveland's that good that he has to be cautious.
Thrown over the middle. This one's caught. The right hash marks. 14 yards, and there's a first down for Kansas City, I believe. Is that their first of the game?
First third down conversion, yeah, I believe so.
Mahomes steps up into the shotgun. Man just off to his right side. Offensive line strong on the right side. One out wide on either side. The snap running out to the left side and taken down quickly at the 42. Another 3-yard gain. They'll clock it at 2. Spot the ball 3 yards forward. 2nd and 8.
Very methodical drive here by Kansas City. Again, they're not doing their normal air it out type situation. It's very chip away, methodical, you know. Very surprising to see, not going to lie to you.
And this game just flying by already at the 2-minute warning for the first half. Johnsy with the host. Thank you so much for the host. Very much appreciated.
I think the reason why this game, again, meter could be flying by so quickly is both teams have been pretty good so far with clock management.
A lot of completions, a lot of run plays, just not a lot of the clock stopping. The clock stops when you're stepping out of bounds or when you drop the ball. That we're just not seeing that happening right now.
Exactly. It's, again, methodical on each side of the field so far.
3rd and 2 after a good pickup on a throw play. The snap dropping back to the 40, throwing quickly over to the left side. This one's caught. He's got some room. One guy to get past, and he's taken down at the 39-yard line. 14 yards on that one. And resetting the down counter on the opponent's side of the field. Such a key moment to keep this drive moving forward. 2 out to the left now. Mahomes in the shotgun. Brightful just off to his right side. Offensive line even on either side. Kelsey and Seals Jones just off the offensive line.
Looks like Kansas City was making a bunch of changes there.
It seemed that way indeed. A little throw over the middle. This one's caught on a dive. A 4-yard pickup. Keeps the ball moving forward. Keeps the clock ticking now under a minute. Both teams have all their timeouts.
You know, if you're Cleveland here, you want the time to go very quickly with that lead. That, you know, it's a very thin one. You want time to keep going. If you're Kansas City, you have to play fairly urgently at this point. But however, I believe Kansas City gets the ball back in the 3rd as well.
The snap here, rolling out to the left awkwardly, stepping back further, throwing over the middle. This one's caught, and he's hit so hard the ball pops loose. Incomplete. The clock dead at 33 seconds.
Probably lucky that wasn't a fumble.
3rd and 6 now. A fumble plus. The ball lingered in the air for just a moment, and a member of the defense came over. Maybe with a dive. Could have been an interception as well. 1 out wide on either side. Pistol formation. Hard count. Snap, dropping back behind the 40, thrown over the middle. This one's caught. He's got some room and falls forward at the 15. 25 and counting on the clock. A 20-yard gain there, and the ball in the red zone.
Kansas City does not seem worried about that clock at all.
Not at all. I believe they're looking to score here and not give Cleveland any time with the ball in this second half, in this first half.
Yeah, absolutely. A tie here would definitely look pretty good on the scoreboard going in, but at the same time, you got to give yourself enough time.
We'll see if that plays a role. So the clock ticks down to 5, 6 seconds. Timeout Kansas City. They may just kick a field goal here.
Yeah, I was going to say, I smell a kick coming.
Very, very interesting play from the undefeated Kansas City.
Little surprised they didn't run at least one additional play in there or use any timeouts, but you know what? He's 16-0. You know, you and I have had some losses this season. There's a reason.
And there's 3 points to tie this game up. 2 seconds left on the clock. They're going to kick this one back to Cleveland.
It's going to be interesting here if Cleveland can run the ball back.
Anything can happen right here, right now. The kick to
to
about the 2. It's going to be returned. The clock at 0. Getting out to the left side. Spinning and taken down. And that will end the first half. All knotted up at 3 apiece.
You know what? This is a coin flip meter. I don't think anyone really thought that this game was going to be this close.
This is a very, very close game. Cleveland kicking off to Kansas City. This one just on the end zone line. It's going to be returned. There's the 10. There's the 20, the 25, and taken forward to the 29 before he's taken down.
Got to agree with our colleague in the chat there, Commando Slippy. This is the type of game you want to see in the knockout stages. You're absolutely right, my friend.
Absolutely very, very close game. 1st and 10 from the 29 is where Kansas City will start the half.
Now, one thing I really didn't think about, Meter, but this is just something that came to me. If you notice today, Cleveland is wearing those snow white uniforms today. Do you think that might have had a difference in that first half with all the snow on the field?
It's definitely a possibility, of course. Did it play a role? No way to really know.
I mean, I know they have the big bright orange helmet, but at the same breath, that could play tricks on your eyes, and maybe that's why Kansas City was a little bit cautious there.
That's a fair point. Run right up the middle, picks up the first. Another run now out to the left side, bowling through a defender and picking up 7.
sticking to the ground, not wanting to air it out yet.
2nd and 3. I see what you're saying. If you're a quarterback throwing the ball and you see one of your receivers out of the corner of your eye, maybe you don't notice that he's got a man in white trailing him, blocking his view.
And that's just it. And in my eyes, I'm looking at this as well. I mean, we're looking at it from the booth, mind you. But the color of the helmets on Cleveland is very close to this color of the uniforms that Kansas City's wearing as well.
You know what? That's very, very fair. A little pass over to the left side, picks up 7, and a fresh set of downs. A little bit of camouflage maybe in the works here today for Cleveland.
Potentially. I don't know if that was on purpose or maybe, it's just what they were going with, but I don't know if it's even a factor, but you got to think about these things.
And no one thinks about them better than you, my friend. Color commentary at its finest. 2nd and 8 now. 4 minutes left here in the third. On the 45-yard line, Kansas City moving the ball very methodically.
Absolutely, and that's what we've seen from both teams all game. It's been a very methodical move up the field for both of them.
Takes the snap, dropping back behind the 52, coming in fast. Little throw out to the right side on the screen, and he's taken down at the 48-yard line, a loss of 3.
Could have another poll ongoing, ladies and gentlemen. 15 seconds to vote. We will go over those results shortly.
3rd and 12 now. One out very wide to the left. Offensive line strong and trailing to the right side. Kelly just off to the left of Mahomes in the shotgun. Shifting plays. Calling out to the left side. 5 seconds on the timer. The snap. Dropping back behind the 45. Thrown over to the left side. This one's caught. He's got some room. A missed tackle. Going all the way. And the guy finally comes in from the backfield and takes him down. 39 yards on that one.
Biggest play of the day so far.
Absolutely. It moves them directly into the red zone. It moves them into the red hot zone, the 9-yard line.
Now, Meter, we did have a poll here. It was asked who will bust this game open in the second half. 0% for the Browns, 0% for the Chiefs. 100% of the people in the chat believe this is going to be a defensive battle.
And you know what? That's a very safe bet after what we've seen so far here today.
Absolutely.
2nd and goal after a run, picks up 3. Moving the ball down to the 6-yard line. A lot of defensive bodies here. Very close to the quarterback.
If we look at the game yesterday, Seattle and Cowboys, it was 6-3 for the longest time until Slangel opened up that game.
That's true. Handoff out to the left side, taken down behind the line of scrimmage. They're going to take a loss of 1 on that and spot the ball on the 7-yard line, 3rd and goal.
Very impressed with the defense from both teams here today.
I am as well. Now, Slangel didn't break it open until the 4th, where she scored 20 points.
It's pretty crazy.
So the Cowboys upset the reigning TPCFL champion, Shane's Gaming. And snap here, dropping back to the 15, thrown out to the right side. This one's caught and hit by 3 Browns at the line. The ball spotted at the 1. 4th and goal, big decision time.
I mean, if I'm Kansas City here with the type of plays that have been going on today, I'm probably going for a field goal. I'm going for the sure thing, but Kansas City isn't 16-0 for a reason.
The kicking team on the field, but looking around, trying to figure out what's going on. And they're staying out. Snap, the kick, and 3 points, doubles. Kansas City score 6-3 now.
Definitely the smart move there, I think, with just it's been a low-scoring day so far. And, but the beauty of it is it keeps Cleveland in this game.
And this one kicked through the end zone. The 25-yard line, the starting point for Cleveland on this drive. 55 seconds left here in the third. The snap, dropping back, looking downfield. Thrown over the middle on the curl route.
Ooh.
It's caught and taken down at the 31. Mayfield 7 for 8 for 85 yards here today.
Mayfield's looking good.
6 on that one. Sets him up on a 2nd and 4.
Neither one of these teams seem to want to air it out today. They're chipping away. They're methodically moving up the field, which I kind of like.
Handoff, trying to get up the middle and just way too much resistance. Chubb, 5 rushes, -1 total yard. And that's the outcome on this drive, this play as well, -1.
We've definitely seen that on both sides. The run game has not been a factor so far.
The Kansas City has some okay run stats, not typical for what we normally see for Kansas City as the third expires and 6 fresh minutes. The final 6 minutes of the game are up on the board.
It's going to be definitely interesting to see what's going to happen here with Cleveland meter. I just, she's still a coin toss, and we're going into the fourth. It's crazy.
The snap here, dropping back, rolling way out to the left side, past the numbers, heading towards the sideline, running, hit very hard and taken down Mayfield. 4 yards gain, they needed 5. 4th and 1, again, big decision time.
I mean, there's a lot of time on the clock, but, it's tough.
This worked out for them last time. The punt. This one way back into the left side. It's going to bounce at the 3 and out of bounds at the 2. And the 2-yard line is where Kansas City is going to start this drive. What could be a game-deciding drive.
Very crazy here. How aggressive is Cleveland going to be?
Run right up the middle, moves the ball to the 5, a 3-yard gain.
Additional 2 points here for Cleveland would be something else.
That'd be 2 points and the ball.
That's right.
1 out wide on either side. Offensive line even on either side. Pistol formation. Mahomes takes a snap. Standing in the end zone. Thrown over the middle. This one's caught.
Ooh.
Taken down. Sandwiched between 2 Browns. But the damage done 15 yards. And the ball moved to the 20-yard line.
Probably lucky he didn't get away with there. Because if he got a little bit more momentum, he might have been gone.
I formation, offensive line strong on the right side, and 1 out wide on either side. The snap, lateral out to the right side, trying to get to the sideline, juking back in, getting out to the sideline. Nobody's around. This guy is off to the races. The 20, the 10, and no contest. Touchdown, Kansas City.
You gotta think that's a big blow to the confidence in Cleveland. They had such a hard-played game, and now they're down by 2 scores.
And that is a big, big play right there.
Absolutely. Lot of ground to make up. Lot of points we've not seen a lot of points be scored so far today. It's a 13-3 game. Not impossible, but does Cleveland have it in them to rally and score 10 points just to take this to overtime?
We're going to find out pretty quickly here. The ball returned to the 27-yard line, Cleveland. About to begin their drive, 4:12 left in the game. 2 out wide on either side, off to the right side is number 29. The snap here, dropping back, throwing this one deep into single coverage. This one's caught and dropped.
A 50-50 ball drop. That is just heart-wrenching, Meter.
He had it in his hand, and it looked like he didn't know where the defender was, and as he came down, the ball hit the defender's helmet and popped loose.
It was either the helmet or he just got his hand up in there to swipe it away, one or the other. Either way, great defensive play. Because that would have been a huge, huge gain for Cleveland.
Absolutely. The snap here at the 20. Hit from behind, but throwing the ball. This one's caught. There's a first down. The ball moved to the 45-yard line. Less than 4 minutes left to play now. An 18-yard pickup. Well done.
Absolutely. The clock's still ticking away. Cleveland's going to have to consider maybe using some hurry-up offense here to keep Kansas City on their toes and try for the major.
First and 10 from the 45, the snap, dropping back to the 35, waiting patiently, rolling out to the right side, waiting for something to open up. Nothing's opening up, taking off down the field and hit at the 47. Mayfield, a lot of movement for just 2 yards.
And he didn't get the clock stopped like he wanted to.
Picking a play very quickly and stepping up to the line is Cleveland.
I mean, Cleveland doesn't have a choice at this point. You're definitely probably going to see them airing out the ball.
Mayfield takes the snap behind the 40, thrown over to the right side. This one's caught and taken down at the 34-yard line. 19 yards.
It was a very interesting formation there as well, Meter. Almost like a victory formation type setup.
It kind of did, a shotgun victory formation.
Sending out two guys from the backfield is a very, very smart move there.
Snap here. Dropping back to the 45, thrown out to the right. This one over the head of the defense and caught. He holds on to it and moves the ball to the 11.
There's no die in Cleveland here, ladies and gentlemen. They are going for it.
The snap dropping back to the 20, rolling out to the left side, throwing into the end zone, and this one's caught. That's a touchdown, Cleveland.
Incredible. It is a 3-point game. Well, assumingly 3-point game.
The extra point is up and right down the gut. 10-13. Kansas City about to get the ball back. 2:04 left here in the game.
Incredible. And definitely a smart move here by Cleveland, not doing the onside kick. They want to get as much field in between Kansas City and that end zone as possible.
And they booted through the end zone, so they'll start the 25-yard line. A pretty safe and conservative play there.
Now, if you're Kansas City here, how aggressive are you on offense? Are you going right for it? Are you going to, are you going to 3 and out and let your defense handle it? It's really, it's a toss-up. 2 minutes and 4 seconds are going to decide this one.
Snap, handoff, trying to get up the middle. We have a bit of a delay here. Bear with me just a moment. We will refresh the stream, see if we can't get this back up and running. There we go. My apologies on that.
Looks like they gained 8 yards on that run.
An 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2 now. Mahomes with 2 in the backfield. Strong offensive line trailing off to the right side and 1 out to the left. The snap, handoff, trying to get up the middle. There's a first down and taken down. Timeout, Cleveland. The 1:55 left here in the game.
Might have been a little bit early to take a timeout there, Meter, but I definitely see why they would. They want to try to conserve as much clock as possible.
Mahomes takes the snap, handoff, getting out to the left side. He's got room. There's a first down, juking back in and taken down at the 39. Timeout, Cleveland.
Cleveland has to conserve some of these timeouts if they do get the ball back.
The all-out blitz did not work in the Browns' favor in that instance. Shift from the defense. Snap, handoff, getting out to the left side again. There's another first down. Timeout, Cleveland stops the clock at 1:42. They are out of chances to stop the clock.
It'd be interesting to see what happens here. I mean, all Kansas City has to do is start moving the ball.
Run out to the left side again, taken down just before the first down line at the 18-yard line, breaking into the red zone, a 9-yard pickup.
I think if they switch to a chew clock type offense here, it's pretty well game over. I mean, Cleveland can't stop the clock.
They may make them sweat it.
I think that's exactly
They
what
do
he's
not. They snap the
wow.
ball. Tons of time left on the play clock. Thrown over the middle, and there's another first down. Kansas City doesn't look like they're really looking to chew clock. They're looking to put points on the board.
Which is very strange, but, you know, with presumably them having another game to play, I mean, that's what it's looking like here, Meter. I would conserve my players. I would not want to get somebody injured now.
No victory formation. They could take it, but they are letting the clock tick. The snap here with 12 seconds left on the play clock, running out to the right side and taken down at the 3.
At this point, if I'm Kansas City, I've won. I'm taking a knee. I'm not risking injuries here.
And there it is, victory formation. Kansas City squeaking this one out, 13-10.
It's a smart play. I would not risk any of my players.
You guys are watching TPC Sports. This has been the divisional playoff, Chiefs versus Browns. If you're not subscribed yet, highly suggested. Go ahead right now. Subscribe, follow, whatever you got to do to make sure you get to watch the rest of these playoffs. That has set the conference championships. The Kansas City Chiefs and Iceman Ellis will continue their undefeated season as they take on the New England Patriots sometime next week. Follow us on Twitter at TPCFL for announcements and when those games are scheduled. In the NFC was set last night, Cowboys, Bears, Slangel versus my colleague in the booth with me right now, Colbus, 1984.
I guess you and I have some work yet to do in this season, Meter.
We do indeed, and man, am I excited for it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Do you have any parting words here today for our fans? Colby.
Absolutely, Meter. I just first of all want to shout out to Hogs Nugs and the Cleveland Browns for an amazing season that they put together.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they should walk away from this game with their head held high. They held a 16-0 team to 3 points. You gotta think that that's a win in their mind. And not only that, congratulations to Iceman Ellis and the Kansas City Chiefs moving on to face a perpetual powerhouse in this league in New England and yourself. But no matter what, I think it's going to be a fantastic game, Meter.
I couldn't agree more. Take a quick look at the stats here. Third down conversions, 0 for 3 with the Browns. Very, very big stat right there. 4 for 6 for Kansas City. Those can be make or break moments, and when you can't convert on third down, that's the break. Rushing yards, 7 to 172. Another huge stat right there.
You got to think that even if Cleveland had converted on one of those third downs, if this would be a different game.
That's a fair point. No turnovers by either team. Also, very, very big. And there we see the decider right there. Red zone field goals, 2-1. And that was the difference maker in this game, was one field goal. But both of these teams, congratulations, an outstanding season for Hogs Nogs. And we'll see Iceman in the next round.
Absolutely.
From all of us here at TPC Sports, my name's Meter. I've been joined in the booth today by Colbus, 1984. Thank you so much for joining me, Colby.
Not a problem, Meter. Thank you, and good luck.
Thank you. Good luck to you as well. And thank you all the fans for tuning in here today. We'll see you in the next round, and I hope you all have an outstanding rest of your night.